Hi, my name is Room and welcome to my corner of the internet. In today's video, we'll be designing an X-Men self-insert with a love interest. This video is completely self-indulgent, maybe because it's winter and I miss being young and cringe. I was looking through old fanfiction I wrote while watching the X-Men series and then came up with this idea. Since this was a self-insert, I kind of wanted to go overboard with my powers and all the other stuff because my girl is going to be OP, and that's the best part of this, making an overpowered character. So let's get into the video. The first thing I did was make a Pinterest board. I picked some comic covers, which I know all of them isn't from the 90s, but it gave me a general idea. I know that for the outfit, I wanted the leathered, futuristic look the 90s had, which a lot of girl groups had that aesthetic, and then I started seeing pictures of the girl group Black. I knew I wanted my insert to have a long skirt with a tight-fitted crop shirt and some arm sleeves, so I just stole Black's nachos and copied heavily from them. Now let's talk about Kimi. If you notice, I am placing these characters in the 90s. I don't know if the story takes place with both Kimi and River on the team or just one of them. For now, I am leaning towards Kimi being the only one on the team for now, then River joins later. For Kimi's abilities, I made her overpowered because I can't, and who's going to stop me? Kimi has the ability to manipulate time and space. Like, y'all don't know how long it took for me to come up with that idea. I was just like pondering because whenever I play a game or come up with a character, I always go for a magic user. That's why when I play Dragon's Dogma, I'm always like a sorcerer. Like, I love magical abilities, and I wanted to do something different because I remember the questions I used to ask my brother and cousin. I used to be like, hey, if you had any powers, what would they be? And I'll always pick like a nature ability, magic, or telepathy, and I wanted to do something different. And I remember telling my brother, I changed my answer. I would like the ability to manipulate time and space. And he looks at me, he was like, who are you fighting? Why are your powers so over the top? Who are you going against? Because he chose super speed. He was like, I feel like he said he feels like he could work his way up to being to facing planetary threats if he has to. He said, I am doing that from the jump. And I was like, you never know. Because I was bouncing off some crazy ideas to him. Anyways, like I said, Kimi's ability is to manipulate time and space. And while she's using it, sometimes it looks like she is a telepath, but really she is messing with the space around an object, or she's manipulating the time around it. The bigger the object, sometimes Kimi has to use both the time manipulation and the space manipulation. I'm also leaning towards her having visions. I imagine that sometimes her consciousness leaves her body and it goes into like the future or the past. She doesn't have control of this ability yet. I am a sucker for characters having build-ups and slowly learning their powers. A setback I was thinking was that Kimi gets these intense headaches whenever she overworks herself, and maybe sometimes a nosebleed. And I imagine these headaches are so intense, like she cannot get up and do anything for like the rest of the day. As for a proper backstory, your girl doesn't have one. I was thinking that Kimi's parents were mutant activists. I know I wanted one of her parents to be a mutant, maybe even both. I'm still deciding on that. I know that I don't want to give my character a generic backstory where her parents died or they mistreat her, because I feel like I kind of grown from that. As for her personality, Kimi is someone who wants to do good in the world. She is someone who wants to be a good person, and sometimes she tries too hard to do good. And this backfires on her, and she ends up doing more harm than good. Kimi also sometimes overcompensates for the fact that she tends to think she isn't doing enough good. Like, my girl goes overboard. Kimi is very opinionated and can be very stubborn. She is also understanding and wants to see the good in people. She's really a lover at heart. She's a lover, not a fighter. And with that, I am done with Kimi. For my second character, I wanted them to present as masculine. I wanted them to be androgynous, and when I remember the androgynous characters I see in media, they tend to lean more feminine. So I tried to do something different, and I can't admit that I didn't achieve that. I'm gonna take this L. I feel like something is missing. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. So for their outfit, I gave them a cropped fitted jacket with a cropped shirt and baggy pants. For a while, I was stumped on River's powers, name, and everything. Originally, Kimi was going to be the only one I drew, but I wanted to make this video a little bit longer. So I decided to add River. I think for River's backstory, I want them to have a regular backstory. Maybe when they go to college, they get caught up in something unintentionally. They'll have to go through all these hoops to try and get out of the mess they're in. As for the mess itself, I don't know what that is currently, but River, it's not looking good for you. River has the ability to manipulate molecules. I feel like when you see them, you wouldn't expect that, and I think that's cool. For the ability to work, they will have to touch the person and or objects. This is a touch-based ability. For River, this is a setback. I think about situations where they go against someone who has a long-range ability. Maybe River uses their environment to gain the upper hand. I want River to be smart with their abilities. I want you to see them fighting and be like, oh my god, they are a smart fighter. Like, they're smart. I think if they overuse their ability, it just doesn't work until they rest enough. It's not like, oh, their bones are breaking or anything. It's just like they're useless in battle if they overwork themselves. River is someone who is calm and tends to think before jumping into action, especially since they don't have a long-range ability. They're very kind, and when you first meet them, they are standoffish, but once you get to know them, they're really nice, and they even have a great sense of humor. They are an older sibling and feel very protective towards the vulnerable, especially little kids and like teenagers and stuff. River does want to make up for the trouble they caused when they joined that group, and hopefully one day they'll be able to do that. There's not a lot to talk about River compared to Kimi because I put a lot of thought into Kimi because Kimi is me. Like, I gotta look out for number one. My self-insert comes first. Then everybody else is secondary. But I did want to expand more on River because I don't want them to be an accessory to Kimi. They are their own person with their own dreams and ambitions and stuff. And hopefully soon I could come up with a proper backstory for those two because I want to draw them more. I love their powers and abilities and like the scenes I make in my head of them. So I might repurpose them into making them OCs for my little room verse that I did on this channel. I don't know. We'll have to see though. And with that, I am done with River. As for River's and Kimi's relationship, I drew two drawings of them embracing each other. In each picture, the one person is holding the other. I want to show that their relationship is beneficial for both of them. They ground each other and match with strengths and weaknesses. I am obsessed with them, and I keep daydreaming about them. Somebody write me a fanfiction stat. I want a timeless romance with these characters, one where they save each other, go on crazy adventures, or just be together. I also want them to be individual characters whose stories don't always intertwine. For one adventure, I imagine Kimi's powers become so vulnerable that she goes to an area of time and space where nobody else can reach her. River will try to find her and stuff, and eventually they do, but I imagine the stress, the heartache. Oh, let me go write this down. Like, oh, I'm cooking! Honestly, I could think of a lot more adventures, probably later, because I'm just obsessed with these characters. Like, I love them down. But anyways, that's all I have to say about these characters. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This video brought out the kid in me. I remember creating characters and writing fan fiction. I would totally do this again. The last time I actually wrote a fan fiction was like years ago. And maybe I could do this for a video where I just read out loud the fan fiction I wrote because some of it was crazy as hell. Oh my god. I like to think I improved writing since then. I would totally do this again. I have an idea to make a Sonic self-insert because I love the Sonic games and comics. So if you guys want to see that, let me know because I'm gonna do it anyways. But let me know if you guys want to see that though. A little encouragement like goes a long way. I don't know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys are healthy, drinking enough water, and eating enough. I hope you guys are thriving and doing well. And I know like finals just happened, I think. I hope you guys pass because I know that is stressful. Anyways, that's all. Bye.